Well, hey guys, welcome back to Let's Create with Alex Blake. I'm your host, Alex Blake, and today we have a guest on the pod. We are getting to hang out with Joshua Mannila. Say hey, Joshua.
Hi. Hey, everyone.
Guys, I have a secret confession that I'm going to just out us about, but this is our third time recording. Yeah, you heard that right. Third. It's fine. We're having some technical issues today where for some reason it keeps kicking us off. So we're hoping that it doesn't do that right now. And we're just going to yap and get to chat with you guys. But let's do this. Josh, why don't you start by just telling everyone who you are, introduce yourself, talk about your background in photography and how you got to where you are now.
Yes. Okay. So my name is Joshua Mannila. I'm a 21-year-old photographer based here in Portland, Oregon. And yeah, I've been doing photography my whole life. My very first camera was actually an iPad mini, and I just kind of used that, upgraded, took photos of flowers of my friends. No, literally, not even a real camera. And I mean, yeah, I've always had a love for photography. I have always loved that dreamier look. Definitely, I've always had an outlook that wasn't super I guess traditional in photography. And yeah, I started shooting with lens filters, and now I kind of have developed that dreamy style. And yeah, I'm trying to think I don't know. I just love photography so much.
Yeah. We were talking in the last recording or the one before that, maybe. We were talking about the lens filters kind of thing. I was asking you what gear you use. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yes. So I shoot with a Canon R5, and I also use a 28-70 2.0 lens. And people think I have other lenses, but I'm you guys, I can't afford a new one. But the lens is so versatile. You can use it for anything. And I love my R5 so much. I upgraded from a 5D Mark IV. And the difference is insane. Both incredible.
I am genuinely waiting so bad for Sony to get the 2.0 24-70 because right now I have the 2.8 and it does not leave my body. It genuinely just stays on my camera the entire time. And I know with a 2.0 it's going to be even more of that. So
it's incredible and it's so freaking expensive. But
I know.
That's what you get.
We can sell other things. We can save. Everything's fine.
But it's so worth it. Best investment I think I've ever made in my photography.
And then what lens filters do you use? What brand was it again?
Prism Lens Effects. Okay. Yeah. I was using Cinepax and their stuff is incredible. It's just they don't make the lens filter for the 28-70. So I was able to use it with my 35 millimeter on my 5D Mark IV. But since upgrading, I had to switch to a different company. But they're both incredible companies. So yeah.
Do you have one that you feel if the other company would be able to fit on your bigger lens, do you think you would still stick with that one? Or do they have differences between them? What do you think?
They're definitely super different. I mean, I think other lens filter companies go by numbers on the dreamy filter, half, 1/4, 1/8, whatever.
Okay.
Versus Cinepax, theirs was full versus they would think this is the full dreamy filter, this is the half dreamy filter. So there was numbers. I mean, they're both super great. I don't even know. I think Cinepax might be a little cheaper, but yeah, if you are listening and you want a lens filter, they're both awesome companies for sure. Yeah.
It's cool because I asked you what gear do you use so specifically because I wanted to know if you use lens filters because when I look at your work, I can see it. I can see it in the water with the cute little softness and the stars on the water, and
when I shoot with when I shoot at the beach or on a lake or something and it's sunset and you get those water sparkles with
lens filter. It's so pretty. I know.
So pretty. Yeah. It's so pretty. I did this shoot in San Diego recently and we had this couple swimming around in the San Diego Bay and I got some portraits of the girl and she's in the sun with the water and the sparkles. It was so pretty.
I love it. You're speaking my language. I love a good beach shoot. I love anything with blue in it. So I feel I need a lens filter just to be able to bring sparkles out with blue. Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, I feel like part of your work and like what really, we were talking about this before, but I started following you on TikTok from a video that I saw and I was like, immediate follow. But like what I thought was so cool is just like how cinematic your work is. And I feel like cinematic is genuinely like a buzzword right now. And I feel like so many people have cinematic work, but for you, I can tell when I look at your work that that's just how you see the world. It's not just like a trend that you're hopping on or something that like you're doing because you think that's what clients want or because that's what you see other photographers doing. Like that genuinely is like what you specifically as Joshua Mannila see through your lens, and that's what you're capturing and that's what you're editing like. So I can 100% tell that from looking at your work, which I think is really cool. But because of that, I love to like hear more about that and hear more about like the cinematic kind of side of like how you emulate that in your work. So before we get to that though, I want to hear a little bit about your social media story because I know we were talking about that before very naturally, but I feel like that was such a good conversation even though it wasn't planned for. So let's bring it in so that everyone can actually hear.
Yeah. I've always just like loved social media, not from like a I'm addicted to my phone way, but in more of just like a how it all works and how it genuinely can change people's lives in a way. Like some of my best friends I know would go so viral on the internet if they like actually like put like more effort into like their social medias. So I don't know. I think it is so just I don't even know. Like it's just like an interesting thing that I've always been interested in. And like I had a viral TikTok account that wasn't even for my photography that I made when I was in high school, and I literally had to private that account because I can't let those resurface on the internet.
It's like embarrassing now, but at the time it was cool. Yeah.
That's so cool.
The 2020 era, honestly.
Yeah. Well, like I think the photographer Bryant.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
kind of influencers like back in the day. I've always kind of been like, oh my gosh, I want to be like that. I'm gonna move to LA and shoot with all the influencers and just be like the next Bryant. But I don't know. I feel like my creativity is kind of pivoted from that sense. But I've always loved social media. I think it is not that you should like likes and followers shouldn't validate your photography, but like, or you know what I mean. But like, it is a cool thing. It is a super cool thing when so many people love your work and they want to follow you. And yeah, I remember I started. I remember when I hit my first 1,000 followers. I was like at my house with my friend. I was like, "Oh my gosh, you guys, 1,000!" And then next thing it was 5,000.
Which is amazing. Like that is amazing.
Insane. And I think I was 15 or 16 when that happened.
Yeah.
And then the next thing was 5,000 followers. That would have been like during COVID, and then 10,000, and so on and so forth. Like I remember I did like my 50,000. Like I kind of sometimes like to do like when there's a big number, I'll do a photo shoot to like thank everyone.
Yeah.
Like a 50,000 shoot like on the beach in LA, and then 100K post, and then next it was I don't even know. I think the last one I did was 100K. But yeah, now I'm at 241,000 followers, which
so insane.
Literally so insane. Like I wake up every morning, it's like 100 new followers. I'm like, ugh. It doesn't like I feel like I'm logged into someone else's account. Like it's super weird. And like there have been times that I've been out in public and people like will recognize me. I was sitting at. Do you have Raising Cane's in South Carolina?
We do.
You
right
do?
down the street. Yeah.
We have one in Portland, and I was sitting at Cane's, and this group of photographers came up to me, and I didn't like know like they were photographers, and they're like, "Are you Joshua Mannila?" I was like stuffing chicken in my mouth.
Oh my gosh.
Turns out I like have seen their work. They like
cool.
And yeah, there have been a few times where people like recognize me, and it's like the weirdest thing because it's like I feel like this about myself. Like I just hosted a content day in San Diego, and like it was such a cool thing, and like all the photographers were telling me like how well known I am, and I just don't feel like that about myself because I've only ever just been Joshua Mannila. Like I don't, I don't. It's a weird thing. It's a super weird thing, and it's super cool, and I'm super proud of myself. But at the same time, it's so weird.
Yeah. I think it's different. Like you can build a photography business and not feel well known, if you think about it that way. But when you're building a photography business as a content creator, you know what I mean? That's when it's different. Like when your brand is your name,
Yeah.
it does feel different, I'm sure, when you get to a place like that where people are coming up to you, like
Yeah.
stuffing chicken in your face, you never know who's watching, and you're over there like grease on your on your face.
I remember I was like, my face was bright red because I'm like, there's no way this is happening. I have a piece of chicken in my mouth. Um, but no, it's been honestly the last year or two have been crazy because
Yeah.
my social media growth, like last year I was coming back from my brother's basketball tournament and I'm just refreshing my notifications and it said SZA liked your reel. I was like,
Wild.
SZA? The
Like
SZA.
the SZA.
And then, like, a month later, she liked another one of my things. So I'm,
Wild.
oh, like let's shoot. And then made a video that was like the girl wanted the photos to feel like a fairy tale, and Disney commented. And so it's like
Wow.
that where it's just like, how is this my life? And
Yeah.
then I get to shoot with a lot of cool people too. Like, um, I've done shoots in LA where people get recognized during the photo shoot, and then I'm just like standing
Cool.
there, like creepy, like paparazzi.
You're like,
But
hello, I'm the photographer.
yeah, no, it's super super cool.
That is so
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, that is wild. I know one of the things you were sharing with me too is that you shot for American Eagle.
did shoot for American Eagle.
I
Yeah,
need you to know, Joshua, like that is like legitimately a dream for me. Like every time I walk by an American Eagle or an Airy, I tell my
yeah,
husband, like, one day I want to shoot for Airy. Like one day
yeah.
I want to shoot for Airy. Cause like
That was
to me,
for, like
that's
three
like so my
people.
style.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, free people for you. Yeah.
Um, yeah, that was kind of a crazy thing because I was at the University of Oregon at the time. I wasn't like fully committed on going to college. I was just like, I'll just try it out. And my dad's from Eugene and everything. And so I like have grown up doing that in my life. And then I just, college wasn't for me. I'm on spring break, calling the financial department, trying to figure out like my plan with college. And I was like, you know what? I'm over it. Like I would tell my brother every day, like, I just can't do
Yeah.
this anymore. Um,
A true
and
creative, honestly.
I pressed that withdraw button and I got a DM from one of the girls at American Eagle and she was like, hey, we're looking for a photographer. Are you available to shoot in Malibu this weekend? I was like,
Literally right after withdrawing from college.
right
That's
after.
wild.
It
Like
was,
that's actually crazy.
yeah, no, like I think about that all the time. Like I'm like, what? Like I would
Yeah.
out of school and then American Eagle wanted to shoot with me.
It was
It
a
was,
confirmation, like it was like, okay, I'm on the right path. Like, thanks, God,
yeah,
That's so cool.
I think
So do
American
you feel like,
yeah. I don't
say what
think they
you're
ended
going
up
to say? Sorry.
with the photos, but like I still, it was more for their like
Their
catalog,
vibe.
their
Yeah.
for they could have photos to shoot from. But whatever, I
Yeah.
don't use them or not. Like they, it was still a fun
Mhm.
experience.
Yeah, and you still thought with them. Do you
Yeah.
think that like your cinematic style and the way that you branded yourself as far as like your editing goes and your eye and all of that kind of stuff lends itself to the opportunities that you have? Or do you feel like that's mainly because of your social media following?
Um, I think both. I think
Okay.
definitely. Um, I mean, I'm trying to think. Like there's like I might be doing a shoot in a few weeks with like a pretty big person, and I was like thinking to myself like I feel like I wouldn't have gotten this opportunity if I didn't have the followers that I had.
Sure.
Because she works with like pretty big people, and like I haven't actually confirmed the booking, so I'm just gonna like
You're like not going to say who it is right now.
I'm not gonna say who it is. But I mean, yeah, I think that's just how society is too. Sometimes like they want to work with people
Mm,
that have big followings just because it's like a cool thing. Um, but I also like people just genuinely do like my work too, and
yeah. Well,
that
and you have to think about it too. I feel like I know I asked the question, but I was just curious what your answer was when you process it. But like the
yeah,
reason why you have followers and people within your community is because you have the style that you have. Like
right,
because you've posted your work and people enjoy it
yeah,
and they like it, they become a part of your community. They're like, yes, I want to follow him.
100%. And I think so many people like see like the influencers that I work with, and then they're like, oh, he must have gained his following because he's tagged or he's worked with them.
Mm,
So I do think it is a true testament to my work because that's actually not the case. I mean,
yeah,
maybe back in 2016, you could have gained like 5,000 followers from a tag. That's not the case anymore. Like you can get maybe
agreed. Yeah.
followers. So, um, most of like literally all of my followers have been from content I've produced rather than stuff I've been tagged in or anything. So I think
That's cool.
it is because people do like my work. I'm able to kind of build up that community, which is
That's
like
cool.
the biggest thing.
It is crazy. And it's such a cool thing to be able to have a community like that. But okay, so when you're thinking about like kind of your cinematic style and stuff like that, do you think I haven't prepped you for this question and we didn't talk about this the last two times that we were trying to record, but it just popped into my brain. Do you think like the way that you prep for a shoot cinematically, do you also think cinematically for your strategy on Instagram and TikTok? Like when you're coming up with short form content, is it more like whatever pops into your brain because you're just kind of naturally good at it, you know, not to toot your own horn or anything? Or is it like a cinematic art to you? Does that make sense?
like
Like when you're doing, okay, that was a hard question. I'm sorry. But like when you're doing a reel, are
yeah.
you thinking about it in the same way that you would think about a shoot? Like artistically making sure this is cohesive and looks good. And you know what I mean?
Like, are you talking about like literally when I'm creating the video or like when
Yeah,
I'm like filming it at the photo shoot?
both.
Both? Okay, so I mean, yeah, like I mean, I feel like with social media for me, I feel like there are so many creatives out there that are just like they need it to be so perfectly curated.
Yeah.
That's how I am with my photos. Like I want my like photo part of my Instagram to just look like perfect or whatever. When it comes to TikTok, when it comes to Reels, I literally post whatever. I definitely reuse a lot of the same content. But I think definitely it comes down to the music you use, the sounds you use. Like I don't really use a lot of like trending audios or anything like that. Like
I don't either.
I use like I'll use like Young and Beautiful by Lana Del Rey for a lot because that is such like a dramatic song. I use a lot of Lana Del Rey because like her stuff is like so perfect with like everything. So
So
I
you kind of
always
want the song to match your photos in a
absolutely
way. Yeah.
yeah. And I see a lot of photographers that they'll use a trending audio and then they'll put it on their photos, but it might not necessarily like match the vibe. And so I think that's why they're like, oh, why am I not
Yeah.
am I struggling to grow? And it's like because you want your audience to feel connected to your work and to like feel that whole experience. Like
Right.
you can't just post like it's like when you watch a movie, like if it's like this like violins are playing and it's like, you know, you're running through a field and it's like all foggy and it's super like the vibe, like super moody. You can't just put like, you know, an electric guitar in the back and have it be the same thing. So you need the whole atmosphere to kind of
Yeah.
bring the whole work
It's
collective
cool.
together. And so yeah, I kind of do that with my TikToks and my reels and try to find like just, you know, like
Yeah.
thematic
Something that matches, something that feels cohesive.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so back to like your photos and that sort of thing. How do you feel like you kind of set the stage for your cinematic photos like before the shoot? Like when you're planning for a shoot, what is it that you're doing to do that?
So I immediately ask the person reaching out to me kind of like what their inspo is, what are they thinking, like tell me your story. And then we put together like a mood board where they put some of their inspo and sometimes they'll be like add whatever you want. And then I mean, sometimes we'll play music, sometimes we won't, depending on like what they want. But I go into every photo shoot acting as if we've been friends for years because I don't
I
know,
love
like I
that.
just the transactional part of photography, like yeah, that helps me survive and live on this planet, but like photography is an art rather I mean that obviously is a business, but like
Yeah.
for me, it's not 50-50 in how I view it. Like I think it's literally 70-30, 70% art, 30% like I care about it being my business, which
Mhm.
you know, I don't want like the ship to sink, but like you know, like I don't know. Like I honestly would do every photo shoot for free if I could afford to do that.
Yeah.
But
That's what happens when you love something, you know, like that. I think that's like, that goes back to when I look at your photos, I can tell that your heart is in those. You're not just doing it because everybody else does it. You're not just doing it to make money. I can tell that that's where like your creativity is found. And it's just like really clear that you love your work. So it makes sense that you would say, oh yeah, I would totally do this for free if I could, you know? That's like me with photo camp. Like I know you were talking about your content day. I do like a content camp, and it's an educational content camp for a couple days for photographers. And like, if I could 100%, I would do that for free because like I'm obsessed with it. Like I love it, you know, but you can't, and that's okay.
You can't.
But like, it would be so sad if photographers came and like thought it was transactional to me. Like I would be so sad. So it makes sense that you're saying that for like photo shoots too. Like you don't want your clients to just treat you like a vendor, even though that is what you are. You don't want that. You want a relationship with them. You want to understand them and know what emotions they're bringing into the shoot to be able to like put that into the shoot, you know?
Yeah. And if you want the photo, to feel authentic and stuff like that, you want to have that relationship with them too, because like, I don't know, there's like a saying or something about like when like the artist is jealous, like the things like don't turn out good. I don't know, you know what I'm talking about? Like I've heard like that before. I don't know. I think it's just like I just see people differently. Like I'm not like jealous. It's like I want everyone to like look like incredible. But
so it makes you good at your job. That's cool.
Yeah, or like especially with how my brain works in photography too. Like I don't really offer mini sessions and stuff like that because I want more time with the people. And like like those are cheaper and stuff like that. But like I don't know. It's just shoots are so fun when they're not limited to like a time constraint, and you can get so like good photos. And honestly, so many of my friends are just like past models, and we'll just like go hang out.
Yeah,
and
mine are too. That's so funny that you say that.
Yeah, like I like so many of my friends, and I don't know. I just like to have fun with it. I don't like it to feel like business or like you know.
It is interesting. I can feel like when I am the most like tired in my business, I can see it in my work. And I don't know if anyone else can see that, but like I know myself enough and I know like my own soul enough to like I can look on my Instagram and tell when I'm tired or when I'm creatively inspired, you know?
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah. And it is interesting how like even in seasons where I've like made more friends that are models, I'm probably more creatively inspired in that season of making friends because it's like I have all my models like becoming my friends after, which means I was shooting a lot in like a fun way, you know, versus it just being for clients. Yeah, that's so interesting. Okay, so how do you kind of like, how does posing play into all of that? I know you said like you kind of mesh your inspo together and the way you see the world is the way you want to emulate it. You want your clients to feel comfortable, but how does that play in with like when you're directing your clients?
Yeah. So it definitely is different on a portrait shoot and a couples shoot for sure. A portrait shoot, most of my clients are women and they want like those ethereal, dreamy, like goddess like vibe. And so I've just done like so many like shoots like that because I mean I think that is like Joshua Mannila core, where I just kind of like know like the angles, and like so many of my friends and my models have been like, Josh, you just know my angles. I'm like, oh well, thanks.
Thank you.
So I just kind of know like how to like move your arms and kind of like frame your body and stuff. Or I get a lot of like insecure women that are like, can you make me look like skinny or something? Well, I'm like, well, I'm not going to Photoshop you because I don't do that. But I just shoot in a way that like is more, I guess, flattering. Like, you know what I mean? Like
where they can feel confident.
I don't think I've ever had a photo shoot, knock on wood, where a client has left feeling like really bad about themselves, and everyone like I get a text at the end of the shoot like, you made me feel so beautiful tonight, thank you so much. Or I mean when it comes to couples shoots, I'm still relatively newer to that because I have been doing portraits my whole life. Just found like in the last year or two this really new passion for couples, couple shoots, not for,
not just for couples.
And
I do think that's such a cool thing though, like, and such a reminder. You can be a master at something, like you feel like maybe you're a master and you've mastered the art of portrait photography, but like there's always something to learn more.
Always.
Like there's always something where it's like, oh, this is inspiring my creativity. Like I want to dive deeper into that. Like right now for me, that's like content creation. I've been on Instagram, I've been on TikTok, like I've been doing that. But like right now, for whatever reason, I'm like, I want to learn more about like short form content. And I want to get really like, so I've been doing these like Instagram challenges or like reels and TikToks challenges. And like, they've been so fun. I'm like, okay, let me find like the perfect music for this. Like, let me figure out like, like make it fun. Like I want to crop this in here. And it's a way that like I've never been creative before, still within my field, but like, let me just do something a little bit different where I feel like maybe the other thing that I've been doing is a lot more mundane, a lot more routine because I've grown in it, you know, where at one point it was new.
Do you see yourself viewing your photos differently now that you've been doing short form content with it? Like when you add the music and when you add like a prompt or something on the thing, on the video?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I guess so. I will say like I've been doing short form content for a long time at this point, like since, you know, Reels and TikTok started, like I've been doing video and I have grown a lot in that. But I think what's interesting is I've just started doing, like I said, these challenges where I'm doing photography challenges, not for a client at all. And it's not necessarily a styled shoot. I'm setting it up to do a video. And that's been really unique for me and like really changed the way that I'm looking even at the photos as I'm taking them because I know that I'm going to put it on the video versus when I'm doing a styled shoot, it's just for these photos. And I might happen to use them on a video, but like it's just different. Like the way that I think about the actual photo as I'm taking it is different because I can see how I'm going to use it in the video. So it's been really interesting. Like I think that for me has created a lot of storytelling within video, you know, which has been cool. But yeah. Anyway, back to you. Okay. So we've been talking about like, how we kind of set the stage cinematically and stuff. You did talk about like posing a little bit, but I was wondering if you have any of those like poses. Like, I know you said that you've been doing portraits for forever. Do you have any that are like go-to poses for you?
Yes. So for portraits, if it's a girl, I normally do like the mermaid pose. Like I have them like sit on the side, like lean on their arm, and then like I'll have them like kind of flip their hair and kind of bring it to the sky, and that's always a good pose.
That's a go-to for me too.
Like I always have like a leg crossed, like bring your arms all the way up to the sky, or like I always have them like grab their hair and kind of let it fall back.
Oh, cool.
So definitely for like portraits. I'm trying to get better at posing guys. I did a shoot the other day with a male model and I literally told him I mostly shoot with girls. So if my brain buffers, please bear with me. He's like, no, like it's totally fine. For couples, I'm such a fan of like super close up and like a thumb like on the chin kind of being like pulling them closer. Like I just love like the intimacy of that. I love when the girl has really long hair and she can kind of like play with it. Like, I definitely love photos that feel for couples super intimate and close and just like everyone can kind of feel the love around them. Or I love space. I love space in photos so much. Like when I shoot on the beach with a couple, I love when I'm super far away and you can see like everything and they just look really small, like in the thing. And it just, I don't know. Cool. Yeah.
Do you like doing space like between your couples too? Like maybe the guy's like running into the water and the girl's just watching or something like that?
Love that. Yeah.
I feel like that's a very like cinematic thing, you know, is to have space versus like, I remember when I started in photography and I was doing couples, everything was like, you know, it was like the golden era of photography where it was like everything and everyone was orange. But like everyone loved it at the time. Now we all look back on it. We're like, what were we thinking? But when that happened, it was also like this, like the couples are always like touchy, 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 touchy. And now I feel like you're seeing a lot less of that and a lot more of like, you guys are doing life, but you're doing life together in these photos, you know? So I really feel like that's like, that is like so your vibe, you know, like capturing that.
I also love my photo shoots to feel as if there's not even a camera there. Cool. And I always tell clients that like when I catch them looking at me, I'm like, look away. Look, like, don't, don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
I think some of like, I don't even know if I post some of my earlier couple shoots. I can see them in my brain, but I don't even know if they're on my Instagram. Can't remember. But it's super like, oh, they're looking at the camera and it's just like,
so, just like stand there and smile, like hold each other's hands and look at the camera. Yeah.
It's super awkward in pose, which again, if that's your style, there's like nothing obviously wrong with that. But just for me.
And there's clients for everyone.
Clients for everyone, absolutely. It's just for me, I feel like it feels awkward when I'm like editing and they're like literally staring down my laptop. I'm like, I want it to feel as if I was like super creepy and planted a camera on their date and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's hope nobody like just takes that one little section of this video and puts it out there. I want it to feel really creepy, as if I just took a camera.
Comfortable. Yeah. I genuinely
That's what I'm going to title this episode.
Yeah.
I want you to feel creepy and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Anyway.
In a movie with them. And
cool.
or just like a fly on the wall. And I can just like observe and just, romanticize the whole thing.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. And I definitely feel like even your edits do that too. Like your edits romanticize the photo so much. And I know we talked about lens filters, obviously, which like aids to that. But what are some like staples in your editing that you're like, oh, this adds to the cinematic vibe, like for sure?
Oh my gosh. I definitely love color. And so it has to be, it depends where I'm shooting. Like there's this one waterfall nearby and I've shot there a bunch and sometimes like, I've done like a senior shoot there, but I've done some couples there and the couples normally want like moodier photos, but like the senior wanted like really pretty background, but like more like uplifting and fun. So for hers, I edited hers like kind of more warm and less blue versus couples. I've edited like more blue and like kind of Twilight-esque in a way. Because it makes the whole thing like that moody Pacific Northwest vibe.
Like you're talking about like the tent, right? Like taking the temperature to the cool side. Yeah.
Just like all the highlights and midtowns and stuff. And just like making those like I did this shoot at the Oregon coast last year and it wasn't supposed to rain that day. And I get out of my car and the parking lot was like a 5-minute walk down to the beach. We get down to the beach, model did her hair and everything and torrential down. My clothes and I felt like I just jumped into a pool with all my clothes on.
Oh, that's terrible.
I felt so bad because her hair was ruined and like, her makeup was everywhere.
But you're already there. Like, what do you do?
Like, insane. And so it was, some of the photos were like, it was like sunny, but raining on some of them. But I still edited them like blue. I don't like, it just adds like I got so many comments on that post because they're like, oh, I love the colors on this because I had like the moody blue photos. And then at the end, the sun came out and a rainbow came out and I made those like warmer. And then we had like the forest that was super green. And so
that's cool.
Just like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like,
you feel it out.
Yeah.
Do you tend to use like a specific preset or have your own, or is it like, no, I'm just going to edit based on the photo?
Yeah, I have my own. So it's on joshmannila.com.
Yeah, plug it.
But I sell 4 of them and I have a few that I haven't released. And one of them is kind of like a base preset. And I just always add that as the base and then that ends up looking nothing like it. It's more just a kind of like
so funny.
Going somewhere. And then from there, I'll like look at the colors and make it colder, make it warmer, add some midtones, whatever. But then I do have other presets where one is like meant for like those blue tones and one is called warm greens. And so it's like, if you're in the forest, it really brings out those greens, but it's still kind of warmer. So yeah, I have my own presets and I love them so much.
I love that too. I also have my own and I'm creating new ones right now. I'm in the process of it. I kid you not, one of them is called warm greens. So when you said that, I was like, maybe I should change that. I'm sure they look totally different because our styles are so different. But I was like, wait.
Like one, like the greens are warm. Like it's not even like
it makes sense, I just think it's so funny when you said that. I was like, wait. I love it. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and end out. I feel like we've been recording for a minute, but what encouragement would you give to other photographers who are maybe trying to find their voice or trying to find their style and really want to bring like more meaning to their work?
It definitely takes time. I get a ton of photographers DMing me like, how'd you find your style? Because they've started photography like a month ago. And I mean, yeah, I think it definitely takes time, but I also think like try trends, but don't make them your own, because I can tell when a photographer is forcing something that's not authentically theirs. Like with the cinematic look, because that is so in right now, I can tell when a beginner photographer is like, this is what clients want. They want that cinematic look. And then their photo just looks green. And because they think, oh, isn't it like green? Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like
100%.
The green look. I think just like try different styles, because what's trending might not be your literal style.
I love that.
Play around with, like, literally go on Pinterest and honestly copy a bunch of poses and kind of learn in the back of your head what works, what doesn't, why. Analyze photos. I wish I kind of did this more when I was starting out, because now, like, even when I'm watching a movie or something, you just kind of learn like rule of thirds, or why people are posing this way, why people like the framing. Like, I think just like analyze photography, and I mean, don't copy photos, but like low-key kind of try to copy some photos and just kind of learn why a photographer might have done certain things. Like,
Not copying their work in a sense of like, don't do the exact same photo as them, but trying to look at, especially for editing, trying to look at, okay, well, I really like this photographer's work. What is it that they're doing that I could maybe add into my Lightroom process
100%.
that would allow it to look maybe more elevated or after the look that I'm going after? And sometimes photographers sell presets like you were just talking about. So that's always helpful too.
Yeah, I think presets helped me. But I don't use other photographers' presets anymore. I just use mine. Like, sometimes I'll still buy photographers' presets just because their stuff is beautiful and I want to just like kind of see. Maybe I can incorporate theirs, but for the most part, I just use my stuff, which is super cool. Play around with light.
But I think it's cool that you can do that because you found your style. You know, like, until you find your style, buy all the presets, like jump on it, because like, because you never know. Like, seriously, you never know like what style is really going to stick with you. And like I said, you know, I started with the orangey orange everything. And so I was like, oh, this is also what I need to do, you know, or really like smoothed out skin, you know, and like super blurry background. And then I discovered like, that's just not me. Like, that isn't like, I love portraits and I want the portrait, or I want the subject to be like the subject of the photo, you know, but I don't want it to feel like that large of an F or that small of an F stop. Like, I actually like want to see the background a little bit more. And like, those things you're just not even going to know unless you try everything. So try everything with shooting, buy all the presets, like try all the different styles. I love that idea.
Retreats. I think retreats are so beneficial. I get a ton of photographers that are like, how do you set up shoots like this? And I'm like, what? I've just been doing it for so long that I just kind of know what to do in a way. But as a beginner, I think it is such a good investment to go to a retreat and see how other photographers are shooting and build up for your portfolio, and
100%
take away so many things. Like, it is truly so beneficial.
I genuinely believe that like I am where I am today because of going to a content weekend. And it's part of why I started Photo Camp, because literally like I believe in it so much. Some of my best friends that I talk to like every single day are my best friends through a content weekend. So it was like such a blessing in my life. And like, I just want to be able to provide that for others too. So I absolutely love that. Maybe we'll have you speak one day at Photo Camp. We can officially meet in person. We'll chat. Okay. I love it. Well, I feel like this can kind of end out our episode. How can people follow you and find your work? Tell us where to find you.
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, all at Joshua Mannila. That is Mannila. People always spell it like vanilla with two L's and one. And
so it's not like vanilla.
Not like vanilla. It's like the city with N. So it's Mannila on all my socials.
I love it. Well, Josh, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today. It has been amazing talking to you for so long. We've literally been chatting for like forever. But anyway, thank you so much, guys. I will see you guys next week for another episode. And love you guys. Have a great week.
So much fun.
Bye.